now. Okay, so let's real quickly look at our calendar. If you'd like to turn off one light, you can turn off one light. Okay, so we have a couple vocab words here. So minor arc, I would circle it or something. We're on page 9 in your packet if you're not with me already. Okay, and it says it is the measure of the central angle. So minor arc equals the central angle. And we always represent it by 2 letters. So I'm putting that in parentheses. It's just 2 letters, lets us know, hey, go the shortest distance between A and B. So if the central angle is 50, measure of AB is 50. All right, a major arc is always 3 letters, is the way we write it. And so it's technically that the minor arc 360 minus that minor arc, but it's just everything else. It's if we go the long way around, so A through D through B, how long is that? And so it would just be 360 minus 50 to get 310. All right, really quickly, turn to the person beside you, or in front of you, or whoever is around you, and tell them what's the difference between a major arc and a minor arc. All right, and focus in back up front now. Give me a thumbs up if your partner told you the difference between a major and minor arc.
Well, I asked him and he asked me.
Good.
So who answered? We told each other.
You told each other. Okay, then our second theorem that we're doing today is congruent central angles theorem. Who remembers what congruent means?
Same size, same shape.
So this just tells us if the center angles are the same, their arcs are the same because they equal each other. So anytime in a circle, if we have a central angle, it equals the arc. Something here just to remember as we're solving problems, look for vertical angles. Because they may not always label for us if they're the same, but they may expect us just to recognize it's a vertical angle. And we also want to look for vertical angles and look for straight lines. What does a straight line measure?
180.
So vertical angles equal each other, straight lines measure 180 degrees. Okay, so on this next little figure, it didn't print real well, but that is a perpendicular sign here. What do we know about perpendicular?
They intersect.
Perpendicular intersect. What do we know? Oliver, do you know what perpendicular measures? 180 is a straight line, and then either side is 90. So we're going to come here. So AC is perpendicular to BE. So that means these are both 90-degree angles. So therefore, what does arc AB measure? Well, 90, right? So if this is 90, AB is just 90. You guys see how I got that? So I had to see the perpendicular symbol and see that it's 90. I'll take a volunteer. What does ABC measure? 180, because ABC, if we look, that goes along with the whole straight angle, and that's just 180. Okay, I need every eye up here, because if you don't see what I'm pointing to, it's going to be kind of hard to see what these notes mean. And I forgot to read the directions. What do my directions tell me to do?
Good things.
Nick, can you read the directions to us?
Find the measure of the arc. Yeah. I did, yeah.
Find the measure of the arc's the second part. I was doing that. What was the first part that I skipped? Yeah, I forgot the identify. So this first one, would AB be a major or minor arc? So, yeah, it's minor because it's the two letters is a little part of it. ABC, would that be major or minor? Major. How do we know?
There's 3 letters.
Because it's 3 letters. All right. How about ABD? Would that be made? Actually, I'm gonna call. Should I call them groups or seat numbers?
Seat numbers.
Seat numbers. All right. Here we go. So I got desk 4, which I believe is ocean. All right. So ABD. Would that be major or minor? Arc ABD. Major. All right. And I will draw again for what does arc ABD measure, or if you don't know what it measures, what can you see that would help me figure it out? And so I got seat 10 this time. All right. So Susanna, ABD. Okay. So we know it's going all the way around here. We already found AC is 180. So what do I do to get to all the way to D? So it's just 180 plus 40 equal 220. All right. Nick, what would arc BC equal?
That's not a number.
Oh. Would desk... Are you 27 or 20? No. I have no idea what your number is. I can call on you because I see your packet's not in front of you, so I'm calling on you. Okay. So, Nick, what does BC equal? We already have it marked for us. Can you tell me what it is?
BC is. I can't see the phone.
You need to come sit up here?
No.
I think you turn the light. The lights make it hard to see.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't. The light.
All right. All right. I'll take a volunteer to tell me what you find for BC.
Minor.
It is minor.
It's 90 degrees.
90.
And it's 90 degrees.
Oh, we just find that too. I thought it was only major and minor.
And we're supposed to do both. All right. How about BAC? What do you guys say? Major or minor? Major. And what's the measure?
No.
Ooh. What do we do? So this time we're starting at B.
90.
270, yeah, because we're starting here going all the way around.
90 to 360.
What's your question, Nick? Yep, right there. Okay, so it'd be 360 minus the 90 to equal 270. All right, how about angle DAB?
Fine.
Major or minor?
Major.
Major. Did we have a question on number 5? You want me to explain number 5 again?
Hi.
All right.
Dab.
Yeah, what do you have for DAB?
Measure.
Major, and what would it measure?
230.
230. And how do you get 230?
I heard Ryan.
All right, who wants to explain how you got the 230? How'd you get it, Dwayne?
Since the last one was 270, you just subtract that 40 and DE.
Yeah.
So we know this is 90, so you could do the whole 270, which is the straight line, and this, and then just subtract the 40. Do you guys see how I took the whole BAC that we already found and subtracted out 40, because now we're just going from here to here.
So it's 30?
So it is 230. So you guys, this lesson, which is our last lesson for this unit, and then we're going to do review and test. But it's all just about adding up the parts or subtracting the parts, knowing that our whole circle is 360. It's pretty easy for most people. All right, what's your question? Yes. All right, we'll need to make a plan.
Next Friday? This Friday.
Mm-hmm.
This final.
No, this final is a chapter test for this chapter.
The unit.
Hey, Miss.
Unit test.
Is number 7?
Number 7 is 140. Can you explain how you found that?
Because 8 is 7. Make 180. Subtract it. That 40 get 1.
You got it. So see how we recognize that straight line? Subtract the 40 that we have labeled. Was 80 major or minor? Minor. And last of all, CD is minor. And it's 40. They labeled it for us. Alright. No. Okay. In E above, does ABC equal ADC? What'd you say? Okay, I have one vote for yes. What do you guys say? True or false?
What are you talking about?
ABC equals ADC.
Yes, because.
And decide why. Have you decided? So I'm going to wait till everyone gives me either thumbs up. Okay, give me thumbs up or thumbs down. Does ABC equal ADC?
Yes.
Alright, so I got about 2/3 of the class. If you're not giving me thumbs up or thumbs down, what'd you say? Tobias, what'd you say?
I don't know.
What'd you say,
Can I
Peyton?
explain my reasoning?
I just want to...
No,
Wait,
No, right.
it doesn't.
Alright, so,
I chose yes.
alright, and who wants to explain your reasoning?
Wait, is it correct? Is yes?
Yeah.
Because it's times.
So, do you guys see? Okay. Class. I have about... My list is growing here. You guys can't see it, but if you're talking, your name is on it. Okay? So, our answer was yes. And why is because they each go around. They're each a semicircle. So this equals 180, and this equals 180. And they equal each other. All right, DE. On your own paper, write or circle what the clues are to find DE. What are you going to use to find your DE? No, don't say it. Just write it down on your own paper. And I'm going to call on my square group today. And so, square group, what did you highlight or underline? Someone from that group to... No, that's Tobias, Asa, Peyton. So what are we going to do to find the measure of DE?
Okay, so you can use DA
Mm-hmm.
as 180 and then subtract the 55.
Perfect. So DA equals 180 minus the 55. What does that give us? 125.
That's what I was going to say.
All right. Did anyone try to find it a different way? That's really the easiest way. Usually circles you can find a way around, but that's the easiest way. So when you have that, flip to our next page, which is our last page of notes for today. We're almost to a break, okay? Almost. All right, so IH, is that a major or minor arc?
Major.
Major.
Are we always supposed to label it?
No, but for notes we are, because we need to. All right, so Tobias, you did such a great job giving us the answer last time. What could we look at here to find IKH? Okay, so first we have to find it. So we're going to start at I. We're going to trace around towards K. And go all the way around to H. Okay, so do you think...
360 minus 100?
Yeah. See how easy it is? 360 minus 100? Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to take like 4 minutes to work in your groups, see if you can get the answer to these 3 things, okay?
That's 260.
Now can I go?
So I had some questions. How do we find angle GDI? So first of all, this is an angle,
Oh.
so we're going to inside, so GDI, okay? So we know that the angles are the same as the outside, so we know that this is also 70, this is also 50. What can I do now to find GDI?
You add 70 and 50, and then you subtract that from 180.
Yeah, so we could either add 70 plus 50
You get 120.
to get 120, and then do 180
And then you
minus 120 is 60. Is there another way to do it?
No.
Well, so then that gives us 60, and then what does GDI equal?
60.
So GDI is the 60 plus 50, right?
Yes, 110.
So 1 to 10. Did anyone find a different way to do that? There was a shorter way. What's the shorter way? Could I have just recognized, well, GDI is the whole 180 minus 70? So 180 minus 70.
Oh.
So in circles, in these types of problems, there's usually more than one way to get to the answer. So if you're getting confused, just keep working around to get the answer. All right, and the next one is asking us for an angle or an arc.
Angle.
An angle, so Y, U, V. So what could we do for this one? Okay, so what would you subtract?
150.
So 115 is here, right?
Yes.
What do we subtract it from? Well, do we have a 180 here? No, but what else could we subtract from? 360. So what I would do here is add up everything. I have everything except this little part here. So add up everything I have and subtract from 360. So I do the 115 plus 95 plus 41 plus 75. Can someone add that faster than I can?
No.
Should I add it in the calculator or by hand? All right, if I'm doing it by hand, check my math. I got 326. Is that right?
How? Isn't it only supposed to be 360?
So then I do 360 minus 326, which gives me 34. Is 34 a logical amount for this?
Yes, yes.
Okay, and then what do I have to do to answer the question now?
Add it to 115.
Yeah, so 115 plus 34, which gives me
Can I do it? 144.
149.
What? That's a problem.
Right? 5 plus 4.
Sorry.
Got it? Okay, next one, JLI. Is that an arc or a angle? An arc, major or minor?
My major.
Major, so I'm going to start at J, go to L, go to I. What's the fastest way to find this?
360 minus 7.
Yeah, this is an easy subtraction, 360 minus 70. All right, what's changed in problems 5 and 6?
Multiple step equations.
They're just equations, right?
Yeah.
So what am I going to do to solve for x in problem 5?
Combine all of them.
Yeah, I just have to make an equation. Do I have a 180 here? Do I have any vertical angles I can use? No. So I'm just going to add them all up to get to equal 360. So 40 plus 80 plus 8x plus 8 plus 7x plus 2 plus 11x minus 4 equals 360.
Oh my gosh. It's all cool. It's all cool until you start doing that.
So here's the thing.
It's all cool to start the class.
I know, it's all cool till it gets hard, but you know, we are in high school. So here's the thing. Some people really hate this. Boys, are you listening? So if you really hate this, instead of doing this, go through and just add up, before you even write it down, add up all your numbers. So 40 plus 80 is 120. Okay, so you add up all the numbers, and so 40 plus 80 is 120, plus 8 is 88, 90 minus 4.
90.
Sorry, what did I say?
120. 120 plus 8 is 128.
So 126, right? Or you just type them all in your calculator. So if you don't like equations like this, did I do it wrong?
Oh, because you're
So 40 plus 80 plus 8 plus 2.
Miss, will there be a calculator on the test? No.
Yes, you'll be allowed to use calculator. It's 126. Maybe doubt myself. Okay. And then I add up the x's, so I have 8 plus 7 plus 11 is 15, 26x, right? Equals 360. And now I have a nice, simple equation. Right? So I just added up all the numbers. So whether, and it's just your choice whether you like to write it all out and then combine like terms, or whether you'd rather just add it up here and then do it. And so then you just solve. In interest of time, I'm just going to tell you it comes out to x equals 9 when you solve that. If you'd like me to review with you how to solve equations, we'll do that after notes.
So you subtract 126 from 360 and divide by 26?
Yeah.
It's easy like when it's like that.
So you just do that part and get it like this. Like add up, use your calculator, add up those parts. Okay. You got class 1 talker? So I can...
Miss. You know my voice.
So I can continue when we're finished. Okay, Peyton, Nick, the whole class is waiting on you.
Sorry, class.
Okay. All right, this one, our x is right here. Is there a simple way to set up this equation?
Yes.
Yes. What is it?
Add all the numbers.
It's easier than that. What does 94x plus 1 equal? Yeah. Equals 95, because these two equal each other. So often there's a very simple way just to set it up.
So x equals 1.
So x equals 1. Because see how remember, the central angle equals the arc. It's already there. It already lines up. This one wasn't so nice. We had to do the whole process. All right, then our last two are, it wants us to find uy, which means I have to solve for x. These are 2 steps, so solve for x and then plug it in. So what do you think the easiest way to solve for x here is?
180.
So I could do 180 if I had enough, but like 180 this direction, I have no idea what that is, so I can't actually do it. 180 this direction, I'm also missing. I don't have either of those, so I can't figure that out.
90.
Are these vertical angles, though?
Yeah. Sorry, I was
Yeah.
number 10. Yeah.
So no, those are vertical angles. That's my clue. And so I know 22x has to equal these two added together. So do we want to add them first or write out the whole equation?
Write out the equation.
Okay. So it equals 10x plus 2 plus 58.
Now we can do it.
Mm-hmm. And now we can solve it. Okay, am I finished?
No, you plug it in.
Plug it in. Can anyone, Ryan, can you mental math 22 times 5?
What?
22 times 5? 110, yep. So then 22 times 5 equals 110. All right, in KL, now we're asked to find KL. Is this going to be a simple equation, or do I have to add all up to 360? Yeah, there's no diameters, there's no vertical angles, I have to add it all up.
We have to do that.
So do you want to add first or write out the whole equation? Yeah, so how many x's do I have here?
5.
Well, I have 2 x's and then negative 26 and negative 29.
Oh, you add one and so 2 negatives?
Mm-hmm. So when I add up those in my calculator, it gives me negative 53x. And then I have 64 plus 44 plus 40 plus 4 minus 4. Okay, plus 4 minus 4 can just cancel each other out. So I do my 44 plus 40 and then minus, no, plus 64. That is a positive 64.
Oh.
So negative 53x plus 148 equals 360. And again, it's your choice if you like to write it all out or if you like to just take your calculator and add them from here. And then we solve it.
These are harder.
They are harder. There always have to be some harder problems because this is high school.
There's always a harder one.
Did anyone get the answer before me? Negative 4. And then when we plug in the negative 4, what do we get for KL? Yeah. All right, so today's assignment is on